Mr. Chairman, friends and brothers in this first gathering of the National Conference on New Politics, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me in the back? I don't know if the Klan is in here tonight or not with all the trouble we're having with these microphones. And seldom, if ever, we're still working with it. As I was about to say, seldom, if ever, has such a diverse and truly ecumenical gathering convened under the aegis of politics in our nation. And I want to commend the leadership of the National Conference on New Politics for all of the great work that they have done in making this significant convention possible. Indeed, by our very nature, we affirm that something new is taking place on the American political horizon. We have come here from the dusty plantations of the Deep South and the depressing ghettos of the North. We have come from the great universities and the flourishing suburbs. We have come from Appalachian poverty and from conscience-stricken wealth. But we have come. And we have come here because we share a common concern for the moral health of our nation. We have come because our eyes have seen through the superficial glory and glitter of our society and observe the coming of judgment. Like the prophet of old, we have read the handwriting on the wall. We have seen our nation weighed in the balance of history and found wanting. We have come because we see this as a dark hour in the affairs of men. For most of us, this is a new mood. We are traditionally the idealists. We are the marchers from Mississippi and Selma and Washington who staked our lives on the American dream during the first half of this decade. Many assembled here campaigned assiduously for Lyndon Johnson in 1964 because we could not stand idly by and watch our nation contaminated by the 18th century policies of Goldwaterism. We were the hardcore activists who were willing to believe that Southerners could be reconstructed in the constitutional image. We were the dreamers of a dream, that dark yesterdays of man's inhumanity to man would soon be transformed into bright tomorrows of justice. Now it is hard to escape the disillusionment of betrayal. Our hopes have been blasted and our dreams have been shattered. The promise of a great society was shipwrecked off the coast of Asia on the dreadful peninsula of Vietnam. The poor black and white, are still perishing on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. What happens to a dream deferred? It leads to bewildering frustration and corroding bitterness. I came to see this in a personal experience here in Chicago last summer. And all the speaking that I have done in the United States before varied audiences, including some hostile whites, the only time that I have ever been booed was one night in our regular weekly mass meeting by some angry young men of our movement. I went home that night with an ugly feeling. Selfishly, I thought of my sufferings and sacrifices over the last 12 years. Why would they boo one so close to them? But as I lay awake thinking, I finally came to myself, and I could not for the life of me have less than patience and understanding for those young men. For 12 years, I and others like me had held out radiant promises of progress. I had preached to them about my dream. I had lectured to them about the not too distant day when they would have freedom all here now. I had urged them to have faith in America and in white society. Their hopes had soared. They were now booing me because they felt that we were unable to deliver on our promises. They were booing because we had urged them to have faith in people who had too often proved to be unfaithful. They were now hostile because they were watching the dream that they had so readily accepted turn into a frustrating nightmare. This situation is all the more ominous in view of the rising expectations of men the world over. The deep rumblings that we hear today, the rumbling of discontent, is the thunder of disinherited masses rising from dungeons of oppression to the bright hills of freedom. All over the world, like a fever, freedom is spreading in the widest liberation movement in history. The great masses of people are determined to end the exploitation of their races and lands. And in one majestic chorus, they are singing in the words of our freedom song, "Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around." And so the collision course is set. The people cry for freedom, and the Congress attempts to legislate repression. Millions, yes, billions, are appropriated for mass murder, but the most meager pittance of foreign aid for international development is crushed in the surge of reaction. Unemployment rages at a major depression level in the black ghettos. But the bipartisan response is an anti-riot bill rather than a serious poverty program. The modest proposals for a model cities rent supplement and rat control, pitiful as they were to begin with, get caught in the maze of congressional inaction. And I submit to you tonight that a Congress that proves to be more anti-Negro than anti-rat needs to be dismissed.
All right, y'all. Martin Luther King. People, I realize every time I go through something in life, it takes me months to constantly keep dissecting what went wrong. And people, I realize after playing various statements said to me and things back in my head, I realized that I am and love Black people. I realized that I know more Black speeches. I listen to more Black stuff than anybody I've ever met. You know, anybody. I never met somebody that was in touch with Black people like me. And therein lie, and there where I found my answer. That's why I realized. That's why I realized individuals can only listen to me criticize what they see in the mirror as I am talking to them. I listened to that speech by Dr. Martin Luther King. The last time I listened to it was about 2 weeks ago, and I sent a copy of it to some friends. And I was listening to it today. But when I was listening to it today, I went into a coma. I went into a thinkmatic state of mind. I was just thinking. And I said, you know, listening to this man speak, I found the reason as to why I am by myself, not in a relationship, why I don't have a relationship with my mom, why I don't have a relationship with my child. You're saying how? How did you come up with that? Oh, come on. Explain to me how you came up with that. Don't mind if I do. People, if you look at Black folks, you'll notice that when it comes to Black folks, we have more in common with wrong than right. We have allowed our last class as trash to become our first class. I assure you, in the community that's white, the true community, you're not going to have anyone that lives in a trailer park speaking like they got something better than the homeowner. We create family genocide. Our women, anyway, create family genocide by having babies with losers, bums, and then claim they're men. I want y'all to listen to something. Let's see, did I bring it in here? I want y'all to listen to this right here. I gave
Bluetooth mode.
I gave a woman a ride today.
Bluetooth disconnected.
I gave a woman a ride today. What's going on, 10,000? I see you, man. I gave a woman a ride today. And I want y'all to listen to what I told this woman. And I'm going to talk to you some more on the back end that my phone ran out of memory. And it didn't.
Bluetooth connected.
It didn't record all of it. But I posted this video over on Red Pill Fab because it was a woman talking. So I deemed it only appropriate. I want y'all to listen to this.
What I grew up, when you eat stuff, people stuff, you replace it. That's what I grew up.
Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
That's one
question.
Do you ever just go for a walk?
I'm walking.
Okay. No,
That's all that do.
no. I'm not talking about a walk to go somewhere.
Oh.
Just go for a walk.
Yeah, I'm walking.
No. You ain't answering my question. I asked you, do you ever just go for a walk?
So I just walk.
Yeah.
You clear my head.
Yeah. You said no? Yeah, I know.
But see, I walk enough though, but I
No, that ain't the same. That ain't the same.
But I go to the mall or something.
You just said it. You said, what, a walk to clear my head? That's what you said. Yeah. All right.
But no, I'm gonna go to the psych doctor right now.
It ain't about the psych doctor. I'm just saying you don't sound like you zen a lot. You don't sound like you zen. You don't sound like you sound like every moment of your day is occupied by situation.
You're right though.
Got it? No. You got to reverse that. More free think time and less of that. Cause you only been I only known you for 10 minutes, and your brain, you don't have a space. You don't have a absent time. You actually just converse to continue the conversation. You don't converse to close the conversation out for result. You talk to keep talking.
They were hair raised women too.
That's what every woman do.
Hair raisers.
Oh, shit.
I'm from Norfolk.
Oh no, I grew up
in the hood.
I got you. I did too. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you got a cell phone in your hand. Your cell phone is the same way. They say power down to let it re-associate with the tower. Your brain is the same way.
Yeah.
And you're just, it's like, I'm almost falling to bed. You wake up, continue. Hey, what was we talking about before I dozed off last night? Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm not in here. But you know what though? It ain't no good. Nobody but the nigga in my house. So that means I can get married, all right?
Well, you said a nigga in your house, so yeah, we don't want niggas around us at all. Not even in the car, let alone in your house.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So
I can love anybody. I do for anybody.
You shouldn't
I got a big heart.
Hold on. You shouldn't get along with everybody. You should get along with like-minded individuals. That's it. I don't get along with rapists. I don't get along with car thieves. I don't get along with I don't.
You know, you get ready. You
what that? Consolation, getting along with everybody? No, stop getting along with everybody. Get along with people. You need a people, that video full is over on Red Pill Fab because there's a woman involved. It's just showing you women. When I was giving that woman a Lyft ride today, and I was talking to that woman, and then I played it back. More so in that conversation, that woman said, niggas, men XYZ. I said, no, men don't do that. I said, my mom and dad raised a man. Men don't do that. She said, okay, if men don't do it, well, then 99% of the men do it. I said, no, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Men don't do that at all. So you're telling me you got a nigga at home sleeping on your couch. Yeah, we call those bums. You call that a man. You'll call an individual that live off of a woman a no good ass man. We call those leeches. I said the Webster's Dictionary has definitions for everything that is. You black women, your problem is you lump us all under the same category and call us men. When I said that to her, you can tell in her brain, she was trying to look for a comeback, excuse me. Then she was like, you know, you're right. You know, you're right. I know I was right. I didn't need validation that I was right. So that brings me here tonight talking about the state of black people. And the state of black people is I see more people in errors than I do things that are planned. I see more individuals doing things based on accidents rather than doing things based on it was planned. And then that is what brought me to my last relationship. I had stuff planned out. And that individual was like, nope. And you could tell that individual was never in a relationship with someone that planned. She was never with somebody that, a man that led. She wasn't, she was out of her element. This is why when I re-listened to that and I said, you need to get with like-minded individuals. It's the reason why we're here tonight. People, there's two types of people, really. There's two types of classes. Upper and lower. Nobody wants to associate themselves with the lower class. Everybody would like to think that they're in the upper class. A woman would like to go to the club, wear skimpy ass clothes, twerk all night, put her clothes on, leave the club, and then think, well, no, I'm still upper class. A dude will sit down there with his pants off his ass, go have babies with 3 different women, get all jacked up in the mix, and still say, I'm a man about mines. This doesn't exist in no other culture. This jacked up perspective doesn't exist anywhere else. Nowhere else. I realize now that I'm too deep I was just simply too deep for the women that I met. They had no perspective on dealing with an individual like me. They thought maybe, I can change him, or maybe my conversation was a one-off. I don't know, some pre-pussy cursor or something. No. What did Thor say? They all end up feeling the wrath of my hammer. People, Miss Ali said it herself. Individuals navigate themselves through life mad. Just mad. You look at all the interactions that they had in their life, and you say, well, how were you successful at that if you're that mad? We look at individuals that run around here and want to make it seem like it was a mistake that they had a baby. It wasn't a mistake. You was in your elements. You was bragging, and that's what it was. You got a badass car, you're going to hook it up, and you're going to get the bitches. That's what you're doing. You got a fat ass, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. You live more for, ooh, ah, mom, baby. Let me hold the door open for you, baby. You live for that more than anything else. A husband and a family ain't even close. We got to understand this about the state of Black folks. You got to understand it. We don't read. We gossip. We think drama is success. We listen to music. No other music exists. Talks about killing their own and flossing and I got better than you and what they do. Rock and roll don't talk about this. Jazz music don't talk about this. Country music don't talk about this. But we got to listen to Black music, and it sounds like absolute 100% pure grade A trash ass. And it helped me realize today, after looking at the video that I did with this woman, it helped me realize this is the reason why I'm single. When she first got in my car, she was talking about how no good men are. She said, no offense, my son is the same way, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not even paying her no mind. And she was just talking so loud. I turned the music up. Somebody on the phone must have been like, tell him to turn the music down. She's like, hold on. Could you turn the music down? I turned around and said, lady, that's a personal conversation. So no, I don't want to hear what you got to say. But it was just, it is amazing. God. It's amazing. When you understand women, if you're a guy, women, when you understand men, you don't make mistakes. You don't. I see more relationships that are mistake-based than all others. Communication is strictly from the perspective of what could I do or say to get something from this individual or have this individual right where I want them. In 1989, Soul to Soul made a song that says, however do you want me? However do you need me? I assure you, I'm not into that. I am going to be the way that I am. I am not interested in allowing somebody to think that they got access to my buttons. My wife will have access to my buttons, not my girlfriend, not a chick that we've been dating for 2 years, gone steady, even if we have a kid. The only person that's going to have access to my buttons is my wife. I will bow down to my wife. I'm not going to bow down to somebody who don't understand the curriculum of a relationship. I'm not. I keep things in perspective. I don't get stuff all twisted up. I don't get things all twisted up and then be wondering what went wrong in my life and how did I end up here? I don't do that. 10,000 said Black people are regressing and going back on what Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement was about. Now they was segregated school. Now they want segregated schools and graduations. Rapper 10,000. The mayor of Chicago, BF, was doubled down on her stance on only seeing Black reporters. She hates white men. He also said, sounds like she has a sailor's mouth and can't shut up and listen for a change. Very well said. Yeah. She was just under the impression that she was under the impression that, she wasn't under the impression. In her world, all that nonsense that she was talking was right where she's supposed to be. She just was insistent her as 10,000 said, her garbage mouth, she just lived in a place where, that's why I said to her, you don't just go for a walk, do you? Yeah, I walk everywhere. And then you heard me say, you just mentioned, just to clear your mind, now you're telling me you walk to the supermarket. The state of Black people, we fucked up. When I was in a relationship, what I was trying to do was, if she was to put all her potential on the table and merge it with my potential, we would be living like true kings and queens. But she was on some old, no, that's that. No, when I come move with you, you could give me $1,000 a month. Excuse me?
And what's going on, Deshaun? And so I'm gonna break something down to y'all like this, because I told that individual earlier. Get along with people in your class. People, I own a house. I own a house. I will not marry a woman if she didn't own a house. You do not deal with somebody that's not on your level. This is why I was trying to get this idiot to buy a house, and then we'd have got married. But you can't get an idiot to understand anything. Idiots only, they can't see beyond their stupidity. In addition to that, what I'm telling y'all here tonight, I'm two things that's got to happen in order for me to get married. A woman got to tell me I'm pregnant and I don't want to bring this child into the world under these circumstances. She's going to be that. I mean, I only have babies with that type of mind in individuals. I want to be clear. I don't deal with those whack chicks. So it ain't gonna be no chick with 3 kids, 3 different dudes, and I put my dick in her anyway. So don't read into it from the perspective of bad. 2 things that's gonna get the green lights me getting married. You got to have a house, or you have my child. You don't have a house, I'm not marrying you, because the second we get married, now you're gonna be like, that's my house too. That's how that works. My cars are paid off. You can't get nothing. When you listen, you got to learn how to get married. Let me go left when I say this, because I'm talking about the state of Black folks. And I guess this is somewhere in the perspective of like-minded individuals. So I'm going to say this. If you got to sit down there and ask a woman for a prenuptial agreement, you shouldn't be fucking with that woman. You shouldn't be marrying that woman. I'll be clear about that. All right, so let me give y'all a quick lesson. I wrote a book called Leases and Liens. And so we're going to break it down like this. We're going to break it down like this. We live in the times now where prenups are challenged. A woman to say something slick and have you sitting up in court getting, all messed up in the game. If you need a prenup, you shouldn't be marrying that woman. You need to make sure when you deal with a woman, she have things in place that evens y'all out. If it doesn't even y'all out, you don't need to marry her. These are the times we live in now. So I'm telling an individual that I was in a relationship with, well, if you're going to move here to Virginia, go ahead and get a 2-family. It's going to go ahead
and put money in your pocket every month and you're going to have a crib. Nope. Came up with all these nopes, and it was, well, you give me $1,000 a month when I move there. I'm not giving. Wow. My plan was, you buy a 2-family, we get married, get up under my military benefits, and we just keep building. We building now. Nope. That's how you can tell when an individual got an agenda. But you got to understand this stuff. This is something you got to understand. A lot of individuals put themselves in a situation, I have individuals that are my friends that are now saying things to me like, man, I should have did it like you did it. People, pussy don't mean nothing to me. Nothing. If I feel as though you playing me, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. If I feel as though you disrespecting me, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. When I love you and you start just, if you don't listen to me, when you're not listened to, that's disrespect. You're not respected if they don't listen to you. If a woman loves you, she is making sure she's doing everything to constantly keep renewing herself so she can stay in your good grace. When they feel as though they don't need to go to therapy, dump that trash. Dump them. If they're not trying to grow what you build, dump that trash. They trash. Send them back out in the market. Booty out niggas need their bitches back. Niggas that got out of prison need their girls back. Send them back. Throw them motherfuckers back in. Trash. And most times out of not, they got everybody filling their fucking head up. But when it comes to a man, a whole different set of rules. Now they lost. You're the enemy to them. If you need a prenup, you shouldn't be marrying them. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You do marry somebody without a prenup. Y'all have a business. She needs to work the business. She needs to be a functioning person in the business. So everything evens out. Stuff goes left. She works in the business. She gets every month. She don't need nothing. These are facts at 100%. That's what they are. In the white community, this is not the issue. In the white community, oh, I'm an architect, he's an engineer. When I speak about issues in our community, I speak about things that no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, Deshaun. Let me go look at the phone right now. He said he texted me. You probably texted. You probably just showing. You probably texted to my old phone. I just texted you my new number. The new number. I just texted you. I just texted you. This is my number. So I'm gonna end it with this, man. People, when I speak about the state of Black folks, that's me. That's how I really am. I move better and right. I can't exist in wrong. What I can't understand is, when you're doing things the right way and then somebody start incorporating bullshit and act like it ain't bullshit. On Red Pill Fab, I posted women, they want to grade, they want to put grades on wrong. Like, they'll decide when it's wrong over on Red Pill Fab. And that's the problem with women in our community. That's why they can date a no good man, because they don't see that's wrong. This is why they can date a guy that's not sufficient. Give them the pussy and think that, oh, well, this is right and it's wrong. And they don't see nothing wrong with it. That's why you will continue to try and do things with people, and they love living in wrong. And when you know it's wrong, when you tell them and they proceed to do it, they deny it. They're a piece of shit. I think about how everything was cool in my relationship. Then it went left, and it went left because I couldn't make it to her birthday thing. Then it was taking stabs at me, this and all that, and I had just started a job, and they don't care because they deem it right. This is not. I'm right. It's amazing that when you see an individual and they want to do things the wrong way. Her whole thing was us with people, not us by ourselves. She never had nothing planned for just us. It was us and her friends and family. She's an entertainer. And I realized that those are the worst people to fucking deal with. When they leave their house, they perform. They don't know how to be intimate. They don't know how to be personal. They're performers. And I don't do well with wrong. I despise it. I despise it. I despise it. I got Freddie up in his mug. He says accountability is unknown in the Black community. Yep. They are they are. I don't do wrong. I can't exist. I can't function in wrong. This is why if me and an individual having a conversation, I'll tell them, well, I don't believe that. And they'll reiterate and come back with something and then try to reiterate it. Blah, blah, blah. I heard you the first time. I don't believe you. And they'll keep coming back with more. Okay, I believe you. No, I don't believe you. And women don't like that. I want to just tell you this and you believe it. No, I don't believe that. Do something stupid. Okay, this is the start of the end of our relationship. I told y'all, July 10th, honesty, my policy. Very well said. Suburban is here. I got Frog here. What's going on, humans? Very well said. 10,000 said it's the culture and the entitlement issues of the modern day Black women. Why they take so many L's in dating losers. They don't see them as losers. They don't see them. That's not a loser to them. That's not. And that's the state of the Black community. We are dysfunctional. It ain't ever going back. Long as the feminist movement and if they know one successful black woman, they will think that they will thrive off of that one and use that as the milestone. That's what they. Which one is this? Everything is dying, man. So I also was talking to a gentleman, and we was talking about he was talking about how he dates a younger woman, right? He was talking about how he dates a younger woman. And I'm gonna tell you something. I will never date a 50-year-old woman again. I will never do that. They are the worst. And like I was saying earlier, in order to have a relationship nowadays, you got to have an accident. You got to y'all got to have just casual sex and you mess around and make her pregnant and now y'all in a relationship, because I see more relationships in the black community due to accidents than I see more wrong built. I see more things built with wrong bricks than I see things built with righteous bricks. It's just no way you can get something started. You know, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I articulate everything in the beginning. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't do that. Oh, okay. Then later on, it's, well, I don't do that all the time. Well, in the beginning, you said you wasn't like that at all. And now it's wrong. See what you put out there. And I was supposed to be in a relationship with somebody that has something that I deem wrong. Attitude is wrong. And especially when you don't go to therapy. And I'm going to tell you what I'm a master at, y'all. I'm going to tell you what I'm a master at. I am a master at helping everybody understand I say what the fuck I mean what I say. I could want to talk to you, but I would say nope. The second I talk to you, you're going to just go back into thinking you can do the shit again. Unless a mug come to me and give me an articulate description of, remember that conversation we had? Yup, you was right, I was wrong.
Remember that, Ron? Yup. You right. When you said I didn't want to do that because of that, that's right. I wasn't giving you a 30%. I was only giving you 30% of my life. You was right. And the reason why I was doing that, because I'm scared. I gave myself to no good niggas. That's the only way you get on point with me. Sorry don't mean shit to me. I see a lot of sorry issues in the black community. If you telling me you sorry, get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. Because you didn't say you were sorry in the beginning. You said you was understanding and not like that. Having babies before marriage is put the cart before the horse. Very well said. Deshaun, if you're still here, I just text you. I don't know if you're following I've been more on YouTube, but winter is coming. Black men are trying to come back to the negotiation table. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. People, everybody know what they're doing. Everybody, you know what you're doing. People know what they're saying when they say it, because they're talking in code. People know. Everybody knows what they're doing. You know, I had an individual tell me, like I said, with their landlord issue, I'm gonna turn the other cheek. What they was trying to do was saying, I'm gonna be nice. That's not the time to be nice. No. Because I was saying that the individual was negative as such. But they said, okay, because they're playing on me now, because everybody know what they're doing. So her thing was, well, I got a situation with my landlord. I could be mean, but I want to show Chris I could be nice. No. No. And that's when you know it's not authentic. That's when you know somebody's fake. That's when you know somebody isn't real. They would think they are in their mind. But natural attitudes flow. If I step on your foot, I'm not going to go, ha, 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 ha. You step on my foot, I'm going to go, ouch. If you suppress what's natural and replace it with bullshit, it's going to come off fake. But the person that's executing this don't realize that. Remember the story I told you about when I was in Philadelphia at Applebee's and seeing that fine-ass transsexual? Yeah, fine as all hell. Fat fucking ass, big titties. I was like, God damn. And then something said, oh no, motherfucker. You know what gave it away? Remember what gave it away? Women ain't got to do all that extra shit. I said, oh no, that's a tranny. Because women don't have to do all that. They don't. So when you're truthful, it flows. When you lie, you're trying to. I'm true in what I say. You need to give me an in-depth detail. Yup, you right. Yup. That makes things all right with me when you admit to everything in detail. But all that, I don't know why you said that. I was just tell that shit to the niggas you dealt with in your past. It works for them. But listen, y'all, I'm a boogie on out of here, man. I'm gonna try to get back. I'm gonna try to switch this thing back to 11 because I'm really finishing early. I left out of here at 3 o'clock this morning, and it felt good. You know, I did my quota by like 9 o'clock. So if not 11, I think I'm gonna make the time 1 o'clock because I gotta stop. I gotta get 1 o'clock. I gotta be at the gym at noon, and I'll put it together. I'll have it all decided by next week. So just stay tuned and stay posted, and I'll keep you guys up abreast on what's going on. So you guys have a
for being here. Later, y'all.